Let's get the latest now from Annika Larsen, who's outside the Western Cape Provincial Legislature. Annika, afternoon to you. So what is the latest? Is the march on or off?
Hi, Nikki. Well, we actually don't know. We're just meters away from Premier Helen Zille's office. She sits just up there. But speaking to commuters who are walking up and down here on their way down to the station, they're certainly treating tomorrow as a march day, as a day when certainly public transport is going to be compromised. They expect it to be compromised. Letters have gone out to nearby schools saying please expect teachers to be late. Emergency services here, the police, the city of Cape Town, they're treating it as a done deal that the march is going ahead. And if you speak to unemployed people, especially unemployed youth, in the informal settlements, I'm sorry, it's very windy down here, in informal settlements, they say the march is going to go ahead. But if you speak to working class people, people who've got something to lose and don't have time to spend tomorrow in an illegal protest, they say that absolutely not, the march is not going to go ahead. Now, just meters up the road here in the Western Cape High Court, there is an urgent interdict being heard. It was filed by the city of Cape Town yesterday and it's being heard right now against the protest going ahead. Now, against exactly what group is not clear who the respondents are, because the landscape keeps on changing. The so-called, and please excuse my language, but this is what they're known as in Cape Town, the poo protesters. They have said that they've got no more involvement. It's going to be an illegal protest. Those leaders said it'll be in contravention of their bail conditions should they take part, but they can't stop the march from going ahead. So if the interdict is granted, the city gets its way, I'm not quite sure how they're going to stop a protest from going ahead. Are they going to pull people off trains? Are they going to stop buses coming in on the N2 and taxis? How do you tell if someone's marching or somebody's just making their way to make a decent wage? So it's very much wait and see here, but certainly the city of Cape Town, the Metro Police and SAPS is treating this as a serious situation. They're expecting thousands of people, but as you know as well as I do, Nikki, it takes one or two people to cause trouble, do something antisocial in the march, and all hell breaks loose. So we really have to wait and see and just treat this as a situation, a standby situation.
Remind us, Annika, why authorities are so antsy about granting permission for this march.
Well, last month, the Informal Settlements Organisation, which seems to be a quite disparate group of people, said there was going to be a fairly small protest into the city, into the CBD, to the provincial legislature where we are now, to hand over a memorandum to Helen Zille. It was about service delivery, lack of sanitation, etc. It got out of hand. There was looting, and traders at Green Market Square, which is, as you know, is a tourist hotspot, they came into sort of hand-to-hand combat with looters. A lot of people's stalls were trashed and smashed down, and so the city said, if there's going to be this sort of violence, if there's going to be looting, we're not granting another march. And so it was effectively from last month's experience where there was havoc very suddenly. As I said, it took 2 or 3 people who broke away from the main group and started looting. Now tomorrow the same thing could happen, and it could be 50 marches. We really don't know. It just takes a few people, and things can go horribly wrong.
eNCA senior reporter Annika Larsen, let's let you go before you get blown away with the very latest there from Cape Town.
Know more about your world.
eNCA.com